There are several different kinds of slices in Photoshop. User slices are slices that you make yourself. Auto slices are those that Photoshop makes for you. And layer-based slices are slices made automatically based on layer content. This movie covers user slices and auto slices. Before I start slicing, I prepare by checking that a couple of settings are turned on. I'll go to the View menu at the top of the screen, and I'll check that Snap is enabled. That will help me to line up all the slices as I create them because it will snap the slices to one another as well as to the underlying artwork. I also want to check the View Show menu here and make sure that there's a check mark next to slices. When this item is checked, you'll see a little gray number up here in the top left of any open image. That's because Photoshop assumes that every image has one slice that encompasses the entire image. And you'll see that little number whenever you have View Show Slices enabled. The last thing I'm going to do to prepare is to set the color of the slice lines. The default color for slice lines is light blue. And blue lines can be hard to see, especially on top of a blue image like this one. So I'm going to go to Photoshop's Preferences and to the Guides, Grid, and Slices area of Preferences. I'll come down here where it says Slices Line Color, and I'm going to change that from light blue to something brighter like yellow, and click OK. Now I'm ready to create my first user slice. To do that, I'll go to the toolbox, to the area where the crop tool is usually showing, and I'll choose the Slice tool. Now I have to be careful because there's another tool here called the Slice Select tool that looks a lot like the Slice tool. I'm going to get the Slice tool, and then I'm going to come into my image and click and drag a rectangle over this logo. When I release my mouse, I have my first user slice. One of the ways that I know it's a user slice is that it has a blue number and a blue icon at the top left. But if I look carefully, I see that there are other slices here as well. Slices that have gray icons, like slice number 3 and 4 here. Those are auto slices. Every time that I make a user slice, Photoshop chases after me and makes these auto slices. These fill in the rectangular spaces around the slice that I've made. So let's see what happens if I make another slice around this little tag line here. That's a user slice with a blue border and a blue number, and that's caused Photoshop to make a number of additional auto slices to fill in these rectangular spaces. There are some functional differences between user slices and auto slices. For one thing, you can adjust the border on an auto slice. So here, for example, I see that my logo slice isn't big enough. I should have dragged it all the way out to the left. So I'll go to the toolbox, and I'm going to select the Slice Select tool. With the Slice Select tool, I'll click inside of that logo slice to select it, and then I'll move my mouse over the border, and I can drag to extend the border. But if I come down to this auto slice, and I click there, and I try to extend its border, I can't. If I decide that I do want to adjust the borders of an auto slice, I have to convert that slice into a user slice. And the way that I do that is to select that slice with the Slice Select tool, as I've already done here, and then go up to the Options bar and click Promote. Now I have a user slice there, and I can grab its border and drag it out. Sometimes, rather than drawing individual slices with the Slice tool, it's faster to make one big slice and have Photoshop divide it up. So I'll go back and get my Slice tool, and I'm going to slice the navigation bar here. I'm going to pull in this left border so that it looks like there's about equal space to the left and right of this slice, and then I'm going to get my Slice Select tool from the toolbox, click in that slice, and in the Options bar I see a Divide button. I'll click that button, and in the Divide Slice dialog box I can choose how many vertical slices I want and how many horizontal. I have 5 slices across and 1 slice down, so I'll click OK. And then, with my Slice Select tool, I can come in and adjust these borders to make the slices fit better around the individual buttons. And then I'll click elsewhere, and you can see those 5 slices. I can do the opposite as well. Let's say for some reason, instead of individual slices around these buttons, I wanted one big slice around the navigation bar. I'll get my Slice Select tool, I'll click in one of the slices, and I'll hold the Shift key as I click in the others, and that selects them all. Then I'm going to Control-click or right-click on a PC on one of the selected slices and choose Combine Slices. Sometimes I'll make a slice and then change my mind and I want to delete the slice and start over. I can do that too. So let's say I want to delete the slice around this tagline. With the Slice Select tool, I'll click on the slice, and then I'll Control-click on a Mac or right-click on a PC inside that slice and choose Delete Slice. And what if I want to delete all the slices and start slicing all over again? Then I can go up to the View menu and down to Clear Slices. So now you know how to create slices with the Slice tool, you understand the difference between user slices and auto slices, and you've learned that you can promote, divide, combine, and even delete slices. Knowing how to work with slices in these ways should take some of the mystery out of Photoshop slicing.